CAT is not just about how much you know, it's about how well you execute your strategies in those 120 minutes. That's exactly what we are going to show you in this video. It is the live attempt of DashCAT 1. This is taken by me and Sayali. I will be attempting the VARC and the DILR section. Sayali will attempt the Quant section. We will attempt this mock just like a CAT aspirant would do in an actual examination. You will get to know how we approach the questions, how do we manage time, how to decide what to attempt, and what is the priority order in which we attend, so that you can build an effective exam day strategy. I also want to let you know that we are launching DashCAT 10 as an all India mock, which will be free for everybody on the 22nd of August, that is the upcoming Saturday. This will be free for everyone, and I hope that you take it. You will get a chance to benchmark your preparation against the top aspirants across the country, and the top performers will get exciting offers on our courses. So if you're preparing for CAT 2026, this is your chance to test your preparation, prove your potential, and see where you actually stand. All the best, and I hope you do well. In any DashCAT, I try to do as well as I can because I think that will be useful for students. So I'll tell you about my strategy for every verbal section also. I first attempt 2 RCs, then I attempt some verbal questions. I come back and attempt the third RC, then I go back and I finish the verbal section, and I attempt the last RC when there is not a lot of time left. This is basically my strategy. It tends to work out well for me. And before the start of the section also, I look at all the 4 RCs and I try to pick the 2 RCs which I'm most comfortable with to attempt first. This is basically my strategy. Let us get started. I think I can attempt this, authority and democracy. It's also, I think I should okay. One other reason I look at all the questions is because my mind is tuned in when the RC starts. I kind of know what to expect in the RC. So that's why I go through all the 4 RCs first. Insta poetry. Maybe I'll attempt this third. Not a fan of poetry, so might get bored out. Okay. I'll attempt this first, AI I'll attempt second, this I'll attempt third, and scary tales I'll come to fourth. There's some noise in the other room, that's why I'm closing my ears. Ooh, the noise is like slightly disturbing.
Allow the following. If true consistent. Real world testing. ending the because I started very poorly. I felt there was like this noise which was distracting me. This is the one I attempted first. I think I did well in this. I think what? Normally I do parent sessions. Um, again, it's okay. 50 is very good. I'm happy. Okay, guys. Now I'm going to attempt the LRDI section of DashCAT 1. In LRDI, I put a lot of emphasis on setting low targets because I feel that if I set high targets, I tend to come under pressure and I tend to like completely blank out. So for every LRDI section, my target is 2 sets. If I can get 2 sets correct, I feel that, and even if I have 7 to 8 minutes towards the end, I will be in the zone and I'll try to get 1 more set correct. And maybe with some luck, I will get some TITA questions correct. Even TITA questions, I always say this in many of my streams, TITA questions are very, very important. Even if you are not getting time to answer the set, you can make educated guesses about a TITA question. So many times I get by luck some of the TITA questions correct, but it is not entirely luck. Basically, many times I know that a TITA question answer will be in 1 to 10, some number, based on how the group set is. If it is saying that in which round did this particular thing happen, or in which round did that particular thing happen, and you know that the number of rounds in a particular tournament is only like say 6 or 7. So the answer will be from 1 to 6. So again, you can kind of figure out from the set whether it will be an even number or an odd number, whether it will be a prime number, something or the other, some information. So you can iron out what the number will be with some probability. It won't be that you will always get it correct, but you can say that, okay, this will be a number from 1 to 5. It won't be the first round, it won't be the last round. So it has to be 2, 3, 4, and you make a blind guess as 3. And sometimes you get it correct. So I don't ignore TITA questions also, especially when the time is less. So for example, in the last 1 minute or 2 minutes, I don't give up. I try to figure out if I can make educated guesses in TITA questions, and sometimes those TITA questions also come correct. So based on all of these things, if I can get 2 sets correct, I will be very happy, because I feel that if I get 2 sets correct, I will either solve a new set or I'll get some questions correct in TITA. Something or the other I'll try to get my score close to 30, which I think will be in any LRDI section a good score. That is basically my strategy. I won't pressure myself into solving a lot of questions. So let us get started. Okay, this is verbal. Okay. Many possible arrangements are there, multiple choice. That is a problem. I don't attempt questions with multiple choices, but I think it's okay. I'll attempt this first. Maybe I think most of them. Okay. I think this also can attempt. I think this is maybe permutation combinations, maybe. This is selection in the I'll attempt the DA first. Normally DA takes time, but I always get DA correct. So it will take time. I'll try to solve it in 15 minutes. Okay, I think I did okay. First one, luckily I was able to solve it quickly. Let us look at the next one. Maybe first or second one. AYK JEPIMNOUT. Okay. Okay. Sit down. Okay. Start with a polar sentence. A E I. Okay. O Q. Non-intense. YKJ PMN. T. Just 1 minute, man. There's some noise right on top. Okay, Aman is odd right now. Which one is good? This is not Ishani, but Ishani can be top. This is definitely not Ishani. Ishani is here or here, not the top. Okay. One of these two is will just help you come to it. Kage sits in the Asian center. Yeah. This is the Kage dish. Where does Tejas sit? This can be Tejas, right? This has to be Tejas. So Ishani won't come here, Ishani will come here. So this is Ishani. Okay, so this has to be the Ojas guy. Only one is left. A, E, I, O, U is done. Y, K, J, Y, K, J, P, M. This has to be M. Okay, only one possibility. Okay, wait. Ojas is Naga. I think Agni and Prithvi are left. I think so. Two possibilities are there. Okay, cool. Which two orders wants it? We can't say no, cannot be determined. Right? Some of the floors of Yash and Mahesh. Yash is 2, Mahesh is 1, 3. The following is definitely correct combination of employee. Nayan you can't say, Yash you can't say, Tejas is Naga. What? Okay, that was an easy one, man. I was hoping for some more. Okay. You know what to do. I'll try this crypto for 8 minutes. If I'm not able to do it, I'll go to the next one. Let's see. I can't guess any TITA question. So one of C or F is not there. I don't think it is C. One of this is not there. It too. With Deepak. Yes, yes. I think I underperformed a little, but let's see. 30 was my target. I hope I get 30. Okay. Oh, 6 is wrong. Okay, take it. See, at least this I got correct, right? So this I figured out that one of Farhan or Chitra will not be in the committee. So it can't happen that Chitra is not part of any committee or Farhan is not part of any committee. Because if somebody is always selected, the other person is never selected. So it just felt from the first one that it can't be Chitra and Farhan. It is unlikely that one of them is always part, and that would imply that the other one is definitely not. So if I'm removing Farhan and Chitra, it has to be Deepak or Isha. And again over here, if Isha is selected, Anil is not selected. So if Isha is always part of the committee, then Anil is never part of the committee. Again, that seems odd. It won't, you will never get a formation where somebody is definitely not selected. It just feels odd. So that's why I removed these three and I guessed Deepak. It is a educated guess. It is, there was clearly no time. And here number of combinations, I just thought maybe one parameter employees, there are two combinations, and designations, there are three combinations. So I thought it will be 2 into 3, which is 6. But I'm assuming it is 2 into 2, which is 4. Yeah, I think there are two cases for designations and something like that. Yeah, so it is 2 into 2. I thought it will be 2 into 3. But again, it is an educated guess. I'm just always insisting that don't ignore these educated guesses. Sometimes you'll get marks, like I got marks here.
Hi friends, welcome to Cracku's video series. I'll be taking the live attempt of DashCAT 1. So we are starting the mock season again, and I'll be starting with my first mock. Predictably, the first mock that you do will be terrible. I don't expect myself also to do particularly well, but you have to start somewhere, and that basically becomes the benchmark. You have to improve from that point onwards. So I know that this will be a tough mock for me because I am like very rusty at this point of time. But I have to essentially take this as the first learning experience, and from there my goal is always that there should be improvement from mock to mock. Okay, so let's get started. My target is trying to do 15 questions. If I'm able to do 15 questions, I'll be happy, but because this is a first mock, I don't have very high expectations. So let's get started. I'll go straight through to the quant section. Okay, let's go. What is the length of median C to be root 40x? So root 40 into 4 into 10 into 8. 8 root 10. This should. Please. Please. 4, 3 plus 2. Okay. Yeah, did I make a mistake? Just put some value. Okay. I think this was an easy DashCAT, Quant Section at least. This one I just guessed, so yeah, it's not correct. But yeah, I think this was a very easy DashCAT section. But I know for a lot of you, this might not be the experience because you're starting from scratch, but that is fine. But I know that what I feel is that there were many easy questions which you should be able to answer, which you should find an answer. And there were some tougher questions also, which you should learn to avoid. I ended up solving many of the tough questions, but I ended up spending a lot of time also unnecessarily. Like, I think here, how much time did I spend? This is, I spent, I spent extra time here because I was rusty where I just started. I didn't have like this lot of time. Okay, this I got right quickly. I think this also is okay. This was very easy. This also was okay. I took a lot of time, but it's also a very easy question. This one I tried to solve, but I couldn't. I got like a answer, but basically the thing is that I didn't consider arrangement, but you have to consider arrangement over here. So the total number of configurations are 6 into 6 into 6, which is 216 configurations. So the division would be 216. In the numerator, you would have to consider when you have 2 and an odd number and an odd number. And but you have to arrange them also. 6 and an odd number and an odd number, and all 3 odd numbers. But or should I do the other way around, where I consider like 4? But the only thing is that basically there are repetitions over here that I have to consider. So let's consider, actually this might be easier. So if all of them are distinct, you can do them in 3 factorial ways. If one of them is repeated, you can do it in 3 ways. And if all of them are repeated, you can do it in 1 way. If all of them are repeated, there are 3 such cases. If 2 of them are repeated, you have 3C1 into 2, 6 possible cases, where 1 is selected, and from the other 2 odd numbers you are selecting the single number. And this one you can select, if it is 3 distinct numbers or 3 this, only 1 way you can select the numbers. So this is 6 ways, this is 18 ways, and this is 3 ways. 6 ways, right? 6, 5, 3. So total this is how much? This is 24, 27 such configurations. 6 odd and odd would be, if the 2 odd numbers are the same, you have 3 ways of choosing and 3 ways of arranging. And if they are distinct, there is 3C2, again 3 ways of choosing and 3 factorial ways of arranging. So this is 9, this is 18, so this sum is 27. This will also be 27. So we have 27 into 3, which is like the counter cases. So this is 81 by 216. So you can consider this to be how much? 6 into so this is 27 into 8, right? 16 plus, yeah. So this cancels. So this is 3 by 8. So the counter one would be 5 by 8. This would be the correct answer. I didn't consider arrangement. I was trying to, like, basically you have to consider cases. I don't know if this is properly visible. You have to consider each one of those cases and then you will get the proper answer. I was doing selection alone, which would not give you the right answer. So I was getting the wrong answer because I was not considering the arrangement part of it. But if you consider arrangement, it is not that difficult. But it would take some time, because for you to read, understand and then solve, it would take like 4 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes. A series is given like this. What is the 38th term in the 61st bracket? 2, 4, 6, 8. So there are 3 numbers here. There are 6 numbers here. There are 1, 2, 3, 6, 9 numbers here. So the numbers is 3, 6, 9 and so on. So the number 60th till 60th bracket, it would be the Tn would be how much? Tn would be 3 times this. So this would be the nth term would be 3 times 61. So this would have 183 numbers, and the number before that would have 180 numbers. So sum of 3 to 180 would be, this is 1 and 60th term. So this would be 183 into 30 would be the total number of numbers as such. So this would be, like, I can use 5490 would be the number of terms. So we are considering the 5490 even terms will be done. So multiply by 2. So from in the 60th bracket, the last number is 10980. This is the last number of the 60th bracket. The 30th term in the 61st, so it is 82 and so on. So you have to add 30th would be, you will have to add 76 to this. So if I add 76 to this, this is 6, this is 15, 11,056. This should be the correct answer. Not difficult, but again, at that point of time, I was trying to look for easy wins. So I didn't solve this, but not a difficult question. I would say this is a fairly easy, if you have already done it, it is a fairly, I think as a starting point, is a fairly good starting point as such. You have x plus y is equal to 5, n is equal to this. Then what is the value of n given that n is a real number? Okay. If n is a real number, this means that the part inside the bracket is greater than 0, which means that 4 minus this will be greater than 0. In the sum of squares, it will always be greater than 0. No? So, so I'll just put x is equal to y minus 5, for example. So y minus 5 plus 16 minus 9 times y minus 7, this whole square, plus y minus 27 minus 10 root of y minus 3, the whole square. So expand this, so this is y plus 11 a square plus b square, like this. Okay, y square plus 121. Is there any way I can make this simpler? A square plus b square. I think I can make this. I can't think of anything other than brute force. What am I doing? It is 5 minus y. So this is 21 minus y minus 9, and this would be minus 2 would be 3 minus y. Okay, so 21 minus y minus 9 into 3 minus y and y minus 3. Okay, so we have something which is repeated over here, root of 3 minus y or root of y minus 3. Okay, 3 minus this. It can only be possible if it is 0, otherwise it will be, at least one of them will become complex, which means that y is equal to 3, x is equal to 2. So x is equal to 2, y is equal to 3, and we get, this is 18 minus 9 root 0, so this is 0 part, 18 square plus y minus 27, so minus 24, and then 0, the whole square. Then what is the value of n? So 18 square plus 24 square, the whole square root. This is 3 times 6 the whole square. This is 4 times 6 the whole square. This will be 5 times 6, so 30. Okay. This basically lay in the fact that the square root part both cannot be, basically one of them will become complex, other than the condition of equality where you have to have it equal to 0, otherwise it becomes this. So not a difficult question, but not, I don't know whether it would be something that I can do in under time pressure. If I see a question like this, I'm leaving it because I know that it is going to take some time and I can get stuck. So, but not a difficult question. ABC manufacture 30% of the total products and are responsible for 55, 15 and 30% of all defective products produced. The ratio of total non-defective products to defective products is 12:5. Okay, so this is A, B, C. Suppose that we have total defective to non-defective is how much? 12:5. So 17. Suppose this is 170x, this is 120x, this is 50x. 55% of defective products. I'll take it 100x. This is 240x and this is 340x. So this will be 55x. This is 15x. This is 30x. And total products. So 40% of this is 96x. This is 30% would be 72x. This is 72x. If this is the ratio, what percentage of the total non-defective products is made by this? So the total non-defective products that are made, firstly, what am I doing? Shoot. This into 40%. So this is 120 plus 16, 136x. This is into 3, 90 plus 12, 102x. So the total non-defective is 87x of the total non-defective, which is 240x. So the total is 87 divided by 240, which would be how much? Into 100%. So this, this is 12, this is 5, this is 435 by 12, which would be equal to 75. 75 would be 6.25, 36.25. Yeah. Okay, not difficult, but I was about to make a mistake, but not a difficult question at all. Last one, which this, okay, I have to do the one which I just guessed. 300 meters race, 4 runners A, B, C, D participate. Amit defeats Bijoy by 30, Chirag by 45. Ratio of Bijoy and Dawn speed is this. By what distance does Dawn defeat Chirag? Okay, this seems like an easy question. So A is to B ratio, speed of A is to speed of B is when he runs 300 meters, Bijoy runs 270. When S of A to S of C will be 300 to 255. And B is to D speed is S of B by S of D is equal to 3 by 5. So Dawn beats Chirag by what? This. So S of B divided by S of C, speed of B divided by speed of C would be 255 by 270. And so we have to find distance by which Dawn defeats Chirag. Okay, so into 5 by 3 would be speed of D by speed of C. So this will be how much? This will be 15, right? This is 85 and this is 54. So this is 85 by 54 ratio. I can't make it simpler. So I have to consider Dawn defeats Chirag by how much? 85 times when this guy actually is at 270 meters, this is 3 times, no? So this guy would be at 90 into 5. So this guy will be at 450 meters, but that is beyond the race. So this is, if this is 300, this is 2/3 of this, 2/3 of this would be 180. Okay, and multiply this by 255 by 270. This is 2 times, this is 3 times, this is 85. So this is 170 by 300. He defeats him by 130 meters. Okay. Okay only, not very easy nor very difficult. This is maybe some mistake I have done somewhere where I did not get a clean enough answer, but I reworked it and I got a clean answer where I could, because if it is 85, it is difficult to like divide by 300, no? So there is some mistake that I had made over there. It's okay. There is circle with radius center O. 2 tangents PA and PB are drawn from P to the circle. Okay, I did solve this, but it seems very complicated, like so many things that are drawn. PA to PB are drawn from P to the circle. Chord AB subtends ACB at C such that C lies on the extended PO. Tangent parallel to AC is drawn that touches the circle at point M if AOB is 80. Okay, and this is 40, this is 20. AOB is 80 and extended PA meets at this. We have to find PYM. Okay, this is 90. I'm kind of lazy to even draw this because so many things are there over here. This is just crazy amount of things that are there. Okay, this, there is, okay, this is parallel. So this is Y, this is M. This is parallel line. So this is 90. Now we find PYM. Okay, so this is given as AOB is 80, which means that this is 60, this is 40, so this is 20, this is 20, this is 90, this is 20, this is 140, this is 140. This is parallel line. Okay, this is 90 degrees. This is 70. So 90. This will be 110, no? PYM will be 110. 110. Pretty close, even in my guess. Yeah, it just looks complicated. It is very simple because the minute you get this is 70, this line and this line are parallel lines. If there are two parallel lines like this and this angle is 70, this becomes 110. So it is not difficult, but because so many things are given and half of the things that are given like are irrelevant. Like this being tangent and this being tangent is like more or less irrelevant. It doesn't matter much. But the only thing that matters is over here. And once you get this 70 degrees, it is trivial. But because the confusion is there are so many elements, it is difficult for you to even figure out what is the important element as such. I would say this is tricky more than difficult. So I feel that there were many easy questions to be done. I know for a lot of you, you might still struggle because this is the first mock. This is going to be the mock which is going to be like the mock where you are probably taking it for the first time and it is going to be a difficult mock. So I don't want you to feel that, okay, I didn't do so well, it was an easy mock as such. It is easy after you're given hundreds of mocks. So I would say that whatever is your score, go and practice, go and figure out which areas you didn't do well in, which questions you couldn't answer. And your objective should be that in November, you will come back to this mock, try to attempt it again, try to say how many questions you get. And I'm sure if you come back to this in November, you are going to ace this mock. So this is basically my attempt of DC1. I want you to be more aware of what the easy questions are. There were a lot of easy arithmetic questions. The first thing that you have to attack in quant is arithmetic, and you should be very, very confident about arithmetic. There were many doable arithmetic questions. They should be your first target. Okay. So this is my attempt of quant, and I hope that you have learned something from it. Thank you, guys.